Hi guys, and welcome to the Capt Fizz Masked Guy show. You know what? Get yourself some chimichangas because we're talking about Deadpool and Marvel tonight. Hit the music.
Fizz and Masked Guy show. I am Captain Fizz.
And of course, as always, greetings from the seventh moon of the thunder. I am that Masked Guy.
Now, our absolute love of fans, we have to say, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Deadpool yet, please tune out, or we may just make it better.
You know what, guys? Go off, listen to us, and afterwards, go off and go watch, Deadpool.
Yes.
It's worth it.
Yes, Deadpool is by far worth it. It is the most vulgar, aggressive movie I have ever seen. Absolutely loved every minute of it.
And yet, single-handedly, the best Marvel-based movie that 20th Century Fox has ever produced.
Yes, the only Marvel movie with nudity.
Yes, quite a bit. I mean, come on. It was rated R for a reason.
Actually, rated 18A. So I have to put that out there. It is not rated R. Apparently rated R no longer exists. It is 18A.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Or I guess I should say it corrected. I don't know. That went really bad really fast, okay.
They have changed how movies are done now, and it kind of really sucks. But hey, what can you do?
What can you do, indeed?
So I know you're not someone who really likes vulgar movies and things like that. But what is your entire take on it, other than the fact that it's superhero and it's Deadpool?
It was honestly, I mean, you and I, we've seen several movies together.
More than I can count.
More than How many times can you remember where I laughed that hard?
I laughed so hard I farted.
But no, seriously, I mean, it was by far one of the most entertaining movies I've ever seen. Again, I'm not a huge fan of profanity, which is kind of hilarious because I drop F-bombs probably about 50 times a day. But for some reason, I can't stand it when I'm watching TV and movies.
I think I dropped the F-bomb more times than I say hello. And I have to say hello a lot. I think my average is about 150 F-bombs a day, give or take, depending on how busy my day is.
Oh, I completely believe that.
Yes, I am vulgar. I am the non-superhero version of Deadpool, and it is awesome.
Wait a minute, did you leave the stove on?
I think I did. I actually will admit that I have lit things on fire with the stove. So I have been Deadpool-esque. I forgot a pizza box in the stove and decided to turn the stove on, and then immediately realized that I lit stuff on fire. But this time it wasn't on purpose. But hey, we all gotta do something, Deadpool-ish in our life, and that is my moment. That was I have seen Deadpool twice now. It is very rare for me to be able to see a movie more than once, or actually want to see a movie more than once, and that is now 2 within the last year that I have seen more than once. And that is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't blame you for going off and seeing it a second time. Particularly, because, honestly, I mean, you kind of need to refresh that, idea in your head. I mean, we did not talk about Deadpool on our last episode.
There was reasons for it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys haven't given it a listen, I encourage you to. We were talking to Sean, a representative of Wild Prairie Furs. Thank you.
I'm holding the business card. You're still messing
Well, I
it up.
didn't notice you holding it. Otherwise, I would have read it. But I mean, it was a great episode. I encourage you guys to go back and listen to it. It's very educational as far as learning more about furries. And you and I, we'd actually discussed this. Probably some of the best stuff that we talked with Sean with actually happened after we went off the air.
Most stuff that we talk about off the air is better than what we talk about on the air, because half the time I'm too stupid to remember what the hell I was talking about.
So, but you know what? I mean, we're gonna... So, I mean, obviously, because we had that interview planned, we didn't talk about Deadpool, last week. While it was still a little bit more fresh in our minds.
Okay, this is Deadpool we're talking about. It is always fresh in my mind. I am a huge Deadpool fanatic. I love Deadpool. It is about damn time that Deadpool was done the way that Deadpool was meant to be. And yes, I'm going to say damn.
You're going to say damn all you want.
It was a 10 out of 5 stars easily. There's I have fourth
Oh my God,
I have fourth wall breaking this. I've given it 2 sets of 5.
It was a 4, it was breaking the fourth wall within breaking the fourth wall,
which was 16 walls.
So exactly 16 walls. If you guys don't understand what we're talking about, you got to go see Deadpool. I mean, yes. Honestly,
it will make you question if your stove is on.
I'm looking at it, I mean, and honestly, I mean, this is, this movie was epic. I mean,
yes, best Stan Lee cameo ever.
I didn't have a chance to actually read about it, but there's something about Stan Lee didn't actually like his cameo. There was something about it he didn't like. I don't know what it was.
Probably the naked boobs. Last time he saw naked boobs, they were probably sagging.
Stan Lee, I know you're not listening, but if you are, I completely apologize for Capt Fizz, and this is one of the few times I actually will.
Don't apologize for me. It is true. The guy is ancient. The guy probably sees more boobs than I see my own reflection.
Well, considering the number of boobs he's probably drawn over the years. And just like that, we are starting to go down the rabbit hole again. Hi, everybody!
This is Deadpool. There is no such thing as going down the rabbit hole. He is vulgar. I am vulgar.
He just went off and shot the damn rabbit, okay?
Yes.
So, there's no going down the rabbit hole. Cause,
ate his head off.
He just killed Big Bugs Bunny, folks. Honestly, I thought, again, it was, a really good movie. Ryan Reynolds, I mean, come on. Ryan Reynolds was perfect for this role. As Deadpool, as... What is this?
You can't say Ryan Reynolds was perfect as Deadpool. Because, to emphasize the fact that he was perfect would say that there was any doubt in your mind that Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool. And there was no doubt in anyone's mind that Ryan Reynolds is and always will be Deadpool.
This was the Deadpool that should have appeared in, Wolverine Origins.
That movie does not exist.
That movie does exist. And,
Wolverine.
It was interesting because Ryan Reynolds pretty much says he was blackmailed into doing that movie because, he, after he went off and learned that, they were going to go off and, I'm having a brain fart, but after he, read the script and learned that, of course, that they were going to sew, Wade's mouth shut at the end of the movie. And he said, great, this kind of sucks. I don't know if I want to do this. He said, okay, well, we'll find someone else to play Deadpool. And so he went off and felt obligated, kind of blackmailed into playing it so he would be able to do a Deadpool movie later on, which he did, and which he has. And honestly, it's for in every way that, the Green Lantern sucked with starring Ryan Reynolds. That is how great Deadpool starring Ryan Reynolds is.
Usually I blame the actors on a crappy movie, but the Green Lantern was by far not an actor's issue, but a director, a producer, and a writer. You were all to shame. Shame on you.
Considering they didn't even have a script when they started filming the movie, that says something.
I have a script.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
We probably could come up with a better script off the top of our heads for the Green Lantern than they did.
More than likely. I could probably, take a shower and come up with something better than that garbage. I watched 15 minutes of the Green Lantern, and I thought it looked like the bottom of a toilet bowl. It was awful.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the official Captain Fizz Masked Guy show. I don't know.
I am a movie snob. I'm sorry. If I do not like a movie, I'm going to tell you.
to us as the Deadpool fan club or Ryan Reynolds fan club.
I fully support Deadpool and Harley Quinn together.
And
screw you, Joker.
There was
Deadpool and Harley Quinn.
I mean, we're not going to go over all the Easter eggs in this movie, but it was just so many things that was completely epic, including a tribute to Ferris Bueller's Day Off at the very end of the movie. You guys are going to have to go to the end of the credits to kind of check it out, but it's hilarious.
Or you could probably find it on YouTube because it probably beats waiting to the very end for something that's really not worth watching.
I don't know. I thought it was epic. I remember elbowing you and said, he's probably going to do something like Ferris Bueller. And then he went off and he did exactly Ferris Bueller.
And I remember sitting there and saying, I've seen this before, and it's old. But that's okay.
It was perfect Deadpool. I mean, everything about it. I mean,
there is one thing about that movie that I absolutely disliked.
What was that?
I loved Deadpool. I loved the villains. I loved Colossus. What the hell is with the teen preppy girl?
It was supposed to be completely hilarious. That's what it was.
I think she was nothing more than a useless waste of time and space. And it could have been a completely different character. It could have been a completely... Will you stop that before I smack you with something? We're on air. We're professionals. Screw you.
What do you mean? Since when have we ever been professional?
There was that one time... Last week,
where
we were professionals.
Where we were professionals last week. That's about the only time that has ever happened, and it may never happen again.
Now we're back in studio. Screw you. We have to be professional. I'm going to whack you with something. She is a useless waste of space.
Oh my god. I thought she was, pretty much one of the most epic things there.
Colossus, I'm sorry.
Colossus was like a waste of space there. I mean, he was a big Russian that goes off and pukes when Deadpool shoots someone between the eyes.
I'm sorry. The most hilarious part of the movie was Deadpool punching Colossus in the nuts. I'm sorry. The whole scene where everybody burst out laughing, was rolling around, couldn't do nothing, was when Deadpool basically broke every single bone in his hands and feet.
Broke both his hands, broke both his feet, and then to get away from Colossus, he cuts one of his hands off.
Yes, which ultimately ends up as the middle finger. Now, that wasn't the girl, that was Colossus. The girl was useless. Name one important part in that entire movie that the girl was involved in.
Other
than the flaming blow up of the entire thing.
Yes, that was pretty epic, okay? And, beating up, one of the villains and helping Deadpool get up to, save his girlfriend and...
You know what? Deadpool would have found his way up there to find his girlfriend anyways. This is Deadpool. He probably would have, cut himself into little tiny pieces, thrown himself up, and then attached himself again. She had little minor parts, but... There's other characters they could have done.
Okay, let's talk about a couple of... I mean, we won't even go into all the Easter eggs because there's just too many epic things.
Wolverine.
Yeah, well, I mean, not so much there, but I mean, there was a lot of jokes about Wolverine and Hugh Jackman in the movie.
Yes, He fondled someone's balls to get his own movie, and it rhymes with Pulverine.
Pulverine, yes.
Pulverine the Wolverine.
Oh, it's just too epic, man. Too funny.
I have to ask this, and I might get smacked for doing this, but whose mask was he wearing?
That was, I'm pretty sure, Hugh Jackman. When he won, I think it was a picture from People magazine the year he won world's most sexiest man.
Okay, I'm sorry.